Robotic affirming isn't healthy. Guys, I know it's a trending topic in the law of assumption community at the moment to do heaps and heaps and heaps of affirmations ad nauseum all day, 10,000 affirmations, or robotically affirming all day like a robot, and just say them over and over and over and over and over and over, the same affirmation all the time. Guys, is that sustainable for the rest of your goddamn life? The point of affirming is new thinking. Affirm means true, as true, affirmative. It doesn't mean something you're doing as an activity that some woo-woo bitch on the internet gave you to say. It's a new thought you're going to repeat enough times that it sinks into your mind and negates the old shitty thought that's the opposite of it. You want to think something is true, the opposite of the other thing you used to think was true. So if you never thought you were chosen, you want to start thinking you're chosen. If you want to start thinking that you're loved and adored and get all the attention you crave, because when you were a kid you didn't get love and attention, you want to start thinking that you get that now when you didn't before. That's all affirming is. You're coming up with a statement as true, even if you don't believe it yet, and you don't have to believe it, and you're going to saturate your mind with it, and eventually your mind will start to think it. But the saturating your mind thing has gone a little far recently, and a lot of people are jumping on this trending topic of robotic affirming or repetitive affirming or 10,000 affirmations challenge. Guys, is that sustainable for the rest of your life? Ask yourself that. Are you going to be able to, all day long for the rest of your life, affirm like that, think like that? It's not possible, and it's very, very, very unhealthy. And what you'll start to do is think, oh, I didn't do my 10,000 affirmations today. Oh no, I've only done 9,000. What's going to happen now? Oh no, I've only done 9,000. That must mean it's not going to come. My manifestation won't come. If you've got any kind of thoughts like that because you didn't do it right, or you didn't do the right number, or you didn't robotically affirm today, you didn't saturate your mind enough today, well, fuck me, that's not the aim of this. And anyone who's doing that or teaching that is going to get themselves in some kind of like almost catatonic state eventually, because they're thinking they're doing it wrong if they don't keep doing it. How are you going to keep doing that? The reason why I don't teach that is it's not sustainable. You've got jobs, you've got kids to look after, you've got an SP you've got to spend time with. You can't be robotically affirming all day. So what's the healthy way to affirm? What's the healthy way to think new thoughts? You just think them, guys, when the old ones come up. So if you think you aren't chosen right now because you feel like there's a third party in your situation, you start thinking, of course I'm chosen. Of course no one compares to me. Of course I'm the chosen one. You don't robotically affirm about it all day long, because that's almost obsessional thinking. So say you said an affirmation like, no one compares to me, and you've decided you're going to robotically affirm that because there is a third party in your situation with your specific person. Let me give you the tip. That won't get rid of the third party. What it will do is it will make you so obsessive about thinking it that what you'll start to do is when you stop thinking it and you stop robotically affirming it, you'll start to catastrophize that something bad's going to happen because you've stopped. And if you haven't saturated your mind enough and started thinking you are the chosen one and no one compares to you, well then what? You're going to have to keep doing it. And if by some miracle that robotic affirming did really work for you, well, the person should be back. And I guess you can stop. Ha-ha. But when you do stop affirming robotically, what happens? When you do stop thinking the new thoughts, what happens? And it used to happen in every single manifestation group I was ever in, guys. They'd get rid of the third party, or they'd get their specific person back, and then they'd lose them because their old thinking came back because they were doing stupid shit like 10,000 affirmations or robotic affirming, and it didn't just become their natural new thinking. The point of an affirmation is because it's changing your current thinking, it becomes your new thinking. It becomes you. It becomes the new you. And a lot of you aren't becoming the new you. You're doing a task. So long as that robotic affirming, and yes, it could work for you if it really saturates your mind, so long as it becomes the new you, it forms the new state of you. If it doesn't, and it's just a task, then when you stop doing the task, then what? When things start going wrong, then what? Do you have to obsessively affirm again? I don't teach obsession. I don't teach obsessively doing anything. Yes, of course, we want to repeat affirmations. We want to think the new thoughts as often as we can to negate the old ones. But I don't mean obsessively. I mean when you're thinking the old thoughts, think the new thoughts. Affirm then. This isn't a case of obsessing. This isn't a task. Affirming isn't a job. Affirmative. To affirm means think as true. As true. It's true. You want to think it enough that eventually it feels like it's true. You don't have to believe it. It just kind of feels like, yeah, that's true. I am the chosen one. I am chosen. No one compares to me, right? But we're not doing it in an obsessive way. And that's when, like this person said here, it didn't feel healthy and they got anxious, or they feel it's not sustainable, or it makes them really freak out thinking, oh my God, I've stopped, now what? That's not the aim here, guys. The aim of affirmations, any kind of affirming, is to become the new you who thinks that way now. And yes, you want to repeat them, but don't repeat them obsessively like a bitch. Please don't, because it's not sustainable. And sometimes that's when people get, psychotic about what they're trying to manifest, and then it drives them around the twist. We don't want that, guys. We're just trying to change our thinking. It's really simple. This isn't hard. This is just changing your dominant thinking. That's all we're doing. We're not being obsessive. We're not doing tasks. We're not assigning tasks for ourselves all day. We're just thinking different. If you don't get this, guys, please do follow all my teachings. Make sure you understand that all affirming is new thinking. Get my free mini course about saturating your mind with new thought. And nowhere in that mini course do I ever mention robotic affirming. Nowhere in that mini course do I ever mention 10,000 affirmations challenge. I just say, repeat it enough that it sinks in. Think it enough when you're thinking the old thoughts that you negate the old thoughts. Okay? And it's more important, guys, that you think the new thoughts when the old thoughts kick in. You do it when it happens, in the moment, not as a task. I don't want anyone doing affirmations as a task, as a job, okay? Because eventually it just turns into gobbledygook in your mind, gobbledygook, and it won't have any effect. It will have an effect when you think bad thoughts and then you change them on the spot. That's when affirming really fucking works. So doing them as a task might work for a little while, but it's not sustainable. And also, guys, it's not necessary. You can change the new state, become the new you without doing all that shit, okay? Please get my mini course if you're lost.